I'm beginning to think that being crazy is the only way that I'm able to deal with society. Indeed, I believe that I may have originally gone crazy as a defense mechanism to wider society. Indeed, by this time of day, I'm usually freaking out as I am now and in a terrible state with my nerves, and also being attacked by psychotronic microwave beams. Indeed, although I've surmised in recent videos about the fact that Wiltshire police may be doing the targeting, I don't believe they are alone. I believe it's also the security services, MI5, as well as intelligence operatives of Russian and Israeli origin. I believe all these networks are targeting me, and I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe I've got myself caught up in international espionage without realizing I had, or maybe it's just certain things I've said which would link to that theory of being caught up in international espionage. Perhaps I accidentally wandered into a particular group's agenda and said something that blew open a black operation. But this is the thing about being a targeted individual. You can't actually work out the reason why you're targeted or who exactly is targeting you. So, therefore, I surmise that it is Wiltshire Police, the British Security Services MI5, a Russian network, GRU, FSB, SVR, one of those networks, or Israeli Shin Bet or Mossad, or an organized crime group, because many of my rants have been about certain organized criminal networks. Indeed, the network that is intriguing me at the moment is the Palladian rite of Freemasonry, created by Albert Pike in the 1870s and instituted in Charleston in South Carolina, which seems to be a overseeing network of the network that I referred to in previous videos, the network, in inverted commas, being the name of the Masonic intelligence entity. Indeed, the Palladian rite and Palladism as a whole consists of chief intelligence operatives who are initiated Freemasons and are scattered about intelligence agencies of various nations, especially Britain, America, France, and Germany. Indeed, these networks all link together to create the Palladian rite and Palladism, which is the in occult ritual, is the overseeing network of the Luciferians. But as I have stated, I believe that the occult is merely a synonym for intelligence and is used as a cover for intelligence operations. And most satanic and Luciferian networks are merely fronts for intelligence activity, whether that be drug running, mind control operations, ritual abuse, or simple human intelligence gathering. Indeed, there are many theories about this. Indeed, the chief architects of the MK Ultra program and its equivalent in Britain, the Mindgate program, were Nazi psychiatrists and various Nazi technical specialists who were part of various German secret societies, including Rosicrucian organizations and the Ordo Templi Orientis, who wished to divide and fracture the mind. And they were chiefly concerned with experimenting on schizophrenic mental patients to attempt to achieve the fracturing of the mind and attempt to map the mind and transfer brainwaves of schizophrenic patients onto early supercomputers. Indeed, this technology has come on very far since then, And we have such technology as the BCI, the brain to computer interface, whereby brainwaves of targeted individuals and schizophrenic test subjects are uploaded onto a computer, and basically the technical specialists who are overseeing the operation are able to see into the mind of the targeted individual or schizophrenic test subject and basically utilize that data for whatever agendas the intelligence agencies are running at the time. Indeed, my targeting began in 2012, and I believe the initial perpetrators were the Scottish Rite Foundation for Schizophrenia Research, which came to prominence in the 1930s under a guy called Nolan Lewis, who was funded by the Rockefeller Foundation, but it is still in existence today and was operative through Grenville Lodge number 1787, which is located in the University of Buckingham, which is itself a cover for intelligence operations. And this targeting initially consisted of microwave beams in my early months of tenure at the University of Buckingham, and was followed by mind control experiments. Eventually, I reacted and was going around the locality telling people about the Freemasons sacrificing people underneath the buildings of the university and the Grenville Lodge Masonic Institute there. However, I was basically seen as crazy and decided to escape the country and ended up in Serbia. Indeed, Serbian intelligence must have taken one look at me and thought, this man is a lunatic. We must give him a wide berth. Indeed, those are stories for another day. Returning to my targeting, this is ongoing, and I believe various other factions have joined in the experiment. As I've stated, there are Russian factions and Israeli factions, and of course the Wiltshire Police faction and the British Security Services faction, who have all joined in an experiment that was originally conducted by Masonic Illuminist operatives of the Scottish Rite Foundation for Schizophrenia Research, operating out of Grenville Lodge, number 1787. Indeed, this was overseen by a man that I knew as James A. Pritchard, but having seen a photograph of Sir John Sawers, who was head of MI6 at the time, I can confirm that James A. Pritchard was Sir John Sawers. I also encountered a man called Mark Hodge, who seemed to be one of the guiding operatives of this network's program. And having seen a picture of Robert Gascoigne Cecil, the head of the Cecil family, I can confirm that Mark Hodge was in fact the code name for Robert Gascoigne Cecil. And I encountered these people during my mind control experimentation. There was also a technical specialist and programmer called Gary P. Wyatt, though I am yet to uncover his real identity. Indeed, these networks are Royal Arch Freemason with connections to the network and the Palladians, which I was discussing. Indeed, they have completely destroyed my mind, initially through strong narcotics and mind control programming, though I didn't help the situation by becoming a junkie for various synthetic substances in my own time, though this may have been a reaction to what was going on, and the craziness that developed inside my mind was a reaction to my inability to deal with society, but is itself linked to the mind control programming and fracturing that my mind went through at Grenville Lodge. Indeed, the Masonic orders were most probably involved heavily in my long hospitalization, linking to the Masonic networks that drive the operations of Wiltshire Police. And of course, the Masonic orders are guiding hands within the security services. So, illuminized Masons are at the root of my trauma and are operative to see me destroyed. Indeed, they have always targeted Bedlam lunatics, the schizophrenic percentage of the population, for experiments, research, targeting, programming, and eventual silencing, which is the path that is chosen by the programming networks for the population segments that suffer from schizophrenia, which is a very special condition as it is a form of clairvoyance almost. And the networks of the Masonic orders wish to tap into this, but also have a disdain for people who think outside the narratives that are chosen by them and can effectively see through their horrific nature. Indeed, the Society for Psychical Research have always maintained a very keen interest in the schizophrenic mind and the percentages of the population that suffer from schizophrenia, and have wished to map the schizophrenic mind and use that as the basis for wider mind control of the population, and indeed in their occult rituals and summoning of dead spirits and such activities that the Society for Psychical Research get up to in their Masonic conclaves. Indeed, the Society for Psychical Research was known previously, before it took that on that title, as the Ghost Society, and was heavily linked to networks of seances that were operating for the intelligence services of the Victorian Secret Service in an attempt to bring otherworldly elements to British intelligence operations. Indeed, the British intelligence services as a whole are masters in the black arts, not only of espionage, but also of occult ritual, which is itself part of the intelligence structure. And the covens are linked to the lodges. And it is all a very dark world, with the Palladists and the Illuminists and the Rosicrucians and the Freemasons all forming one intelligence conglomerate, despite interfactional rivalries amongst themselves, which is going to be within their nature, as they are all very self-serving and always thinking about progressing their own aims, just as much as that of the group, if not more. Thereby, they are always silencing each other in some way or assassinating each other, and the top of the pyramid of power is always changing. It's never stable. Indeed, different factions and different individuals take control of the hierarchy at different times, some very briefly, some for slightly longer, but never for a particularly long time. Indeed, for instance, the British intelligence services are locked in a mortal dispute with the Chinese secret societies, who the British intelligence organizations have always looked down on. But the Chinese secret societies have become very clever and are often embarrassing the British intelligence networks. However, the Chinese secret societies do seem to have a lot more success over the American intelligence networks, which are not quite as apt at spycraft as the British intelligence services. Indeed, the Palladian Right, the Palladists, were a creation of British intelligence, with Albert Pike being a core British intelligence operative, one of the highest ranking at that time, and his Franquist colleague Mazzini, who consolidated the Italian and Sicilian mafia, created the headquarters of the Palladists in Rome, which was key to the infiltration and penetration of the Vatican networks, and also connected to another network, Opus Dei, which is a Rosicrucian front, which is part of the Rosicrucian and Templar eventual penetration and gradual absorption of the Vatican infrastructure within its own Hydra organization. Indeed, how these networks all link together is something I am still working out and will probably be working out for the rest of my life. Indeed, I feel like I am cracking a code. However, I don't mind if I never actually complete the deciphering of this code. Indeed, I call this the Grenville Lodge Enigma, and it is very much a ongoing project for me. As I've stated, I believe my craziness is a defense mechanism for wider society, and that I originally went crazy to defend myself from society. Indeed, in Britain, we are approaching a hybrid civil war, which will have many sides, with the state trying to maintain its infrastructure, but shall be rocked by several occurrences, which I'm not entirely sure how everything is going to take shape. Indeed, on one side, the ethno nationalists are operative, and as part of the dialectic, the political left and the Islamic community of Britain form another part of the dialectic, with the state overseeing the dialectic between these two groups. Well, indeed, the state, I rethink that the intelligence agencies are overseeing this dialectic, with the state merely an infrastructure which basically will try and stop as much destruction as possible from happening while allowing certain amounts of destruction to happen. Indeed, this shall all occur with a huge proliferation of synthetic drugs within society, which will drive a lot of people crazy. So the Order of Malta Initiate Hospitallers of the MI6 networks will probably institutionalize a lot more people, and thereby will begin more programming and the microchipping of the insane population, and using these patients as test subjects for an ongoing experiment. Indeed, this whole dialectical process is merely an experiment by the Anglo-German secret society intelligence networks to maintain their power and see how far they could go with the human population of the United Kingdom and wider NATO countries. Indeed, all of this also serves a purpose for the hybrid operations that the Western intelligence services will be leading against the Chinese in the future. And this testing of mental patients and using them as guinea pigs will serve purpose within future spycraft, because the weaponry which they will be using on the schizophrenic population will be used in future espionage operations, and the techniques from mind control will be used for interrogation purposes and the creation of double agents. And there will be testing of nanotech microchipping, and of course psychotronic warfare, which is going to be a key component of the hybrid conflicts of the future once the world is divided into two competing superpowers. though with a consortium of secret societies of both Western inheritance and Chinese inheritance, having some sort of compact where they basically oversee everything together, but with their own interfactional rivalries. There, I'm going to leave it now. Thank you.